Summer is coming and we need to drink a cool white wine. So I'm very happy to introduce to you today Roero Arneis. Arneis, an indigenous grape variety of Piemonte and a high quality white wine. First, we have to identify the terroir of Arneis, which is Roero. Roero lies north of the Langhe, across the river Tanaro, north of the city of Alba. It's a bunch of little villages around the Canale. At first sight, they look a lot like the Langhe, similar hills, but truly they are very different. The soil is sandy, fine sand, sometimes really powdery, and not as tight clay as we could expect. So this kind of soil is in fact ideal for the cultivation of white grapes. In fact, it has not always been the case in the past. Although we have evidence that Arneis grapes were grown in the Roero already centuries ago, its production was reduced to almost nothing after World War II. It took a bunch of small producers who believed in the quality of these grapes to revive it, to plant it again, and to bring it to full quality. In 1989, Roero Arneis reached the DOC status of quality control. And then in 2004, the DOCG of quality controlled and guaranteed. And even after that, production grew all the way to reach a total of 6 million bottles. But more importantly than the quantity is the quality. Now everyone recognizes that Roero Arneis is truly a premium white wine from Piemonte. Arneis is a word in Piedmontese dialect. When we tell a little kid, say in Arneis, you are an Arneis, we mean you are a naughty boy, you're a little scoundrel. But maybe the true explanation is different. Historians have shown that there used to be an ancient vineyard in the Middle Ages called Renesium, and then changed into Arnesium, and finally Arneis. No matter what the explanation is, Arneis is a unique word and a unique grape variety, not to be found anywhere outside of Piemonte, and in particular in Roero. So the name also adds value to the exclusivity of this wine. The color is usually straw yellow, more or less intense. In this case, the vintage 2020 is in fact a very intense version of straw yellow, almost golden. And the bouquet is really very expressive, very open, overwhelmingly floral. Here we have jasmine flowers, we have acacia flowers, white flowers in general, really very intense. And at the same time also some citrus and fruit, in particular very ripe peaches. So the bouquet already shows complexity, shows a very ample picture that will follow up in the taste. Interesting about Arneis is that it comes through in different layers, almost different steps. The first impression on the tongue is very fruity. Again, we have peaches, we have some exotic sweet fruit like pineapple and lychees. But soon enough, on the sides of your tongue, you feel the acidity, you feel a citric bite. And then as the wine follows, we also get a slightly more mineral touch. And then in the end, this dryness is combined by almost a comeback of sweetness, a really aromatic vein which balances that kind of dryness. So it is very difficult to grasp and very difficult to define, and maybe we shouldn't try to define it in one sentence, but that's definitely what makes Arneis so unique, so particular, and so interesting. Contrary to some expectation, Arneis is not truly a white wine for fish. In fact, in the Piedmontese menu, we prefer to combine it with our appetizers that are based on meat, cheese, and vegetables. Think of carne cruda all'albese, think of vitel tonato, for example. But also you can have Arneis simply as an aperitif before dinner. Serve it cool, not too cold, at about 8, maximum 10 degrees, and you will enjoy it. In the end, I think Arneis is truly a premium white wine out of Piemonte. So unique, so different, so special. It's really the jewel of the Roero district.